If you're looking for a new home in Palm Bay around $350,000 with a low HOA and no CDD, then that is exactly what I'm going to be showing you today. This is the Azalea model by Landsea Homes here in Gardens at Waterstone in Palm Bay. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1566 square foot single story home. This one's got the West Indies elevation on it. And we're going to go inside this Azalea, take a look at what's included with that $350,000 price point. We're going to cover cost of ownership here in Gardens at Waterstone, what you can expect if you're buying a new construction home, and most importantly, what you can do to help make sure that you get a lower mortgage payment when you buy a home. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're here in Gardens at Waterstone in Palm Bay. And we're actually gonna start off through the garage because let's be honest, how many of you are gonna park your car in the garage and then walk around to the front door? Come inside, let's go take a look at this Azalea model. Now, I do have a floor plan that I'm gonna reference throughout this tour. We're gonna talk about room dimensions and all that kind of good stuff. So if you wanna follow along with that, I've actually linked a copy of that floor plan up in the description of this video. So if you wanna download that to follow along, go ahead and pause this video, get that download, and you'll be able to follow along and reference it as we work our way through the house. So the Azalea is going to come with a standard 2-car garage. Basically what you see here is what you get. This is 20 by 20 as far as dimensions go. I will point out a few things before we work our way inside. Now, this Azalea model here in Gardens at Waterstone does come with Landsea's high performance home package. So I'll explain what that is kind of as we go through and point out some of those features, one of which is going to be here in the garage. Before we get to that, your storm shutters are over here. So of course, all the homes here in Brevard County, when they're new construction, do come with some type of opening protection. So that'll help keep your insurance costs lower. And then the hybrid style hot water heater is here as well. That's basically gonna take the hot air from the garage to help more efficiently heat the water in the water heater. And then it's also gonna help keep your garage a little bit cooler because it's sucking in that hot air. Now, part of that high performance home package is the garage door opener. This is a LiftMaster. It's a belt driven garage door opener. So it's, in my opinion, it's a little bit quieter. I've got one of those at home. And this one is Wi-Fi compatible. So this hooks up to your smart home. And so you can not only control it from your phone, but you also have a little camera here that pops down. So if somebody's opening the garage door and you're not home, that little camera is going to come down and give you insight as to what's going on inside the house. Speaking of inside the house, let's get out of this heat and get in the air conditioner. Feels good to be in the house. So as soon as you come in through the garage, you're going to have your laundry right here, and your air handler is going to be in the house. I do want to show you something in here that's part of that high performance home package since we're here. And that's gonna be the REMI Halo system. So that is included with Landsea's high performance home. Basically an air purification system, antimicrobial, it's got a UV light in there. And then in your laundry room or your utility room is where your tech panel is gonna be. So that's where your fiber optic for the house is run into. That's where the modem and the internet are gonna go. Now, part of that high performance home package is also an Apple Home. So once you close, they're actually gonna send out, they being Landsea, is gonna send out Best Buy's Geek Squad. They're gonna hook up your Apple Home, get everything all integrated. Now, as far as internet goes, this is fiber. In Gardens at Waterstone, the fiber is provided by Hotwire, which is a Fission company. So that's all throughout the community. And now we're gonna start working our way through the rest of the house. If you guys have that floor plan, you can follow along here. And a few other things that I'll point out immediately in the Azalea is it does have the high ceilings. You're gonna have 9'4" ceilings throughout the home. There's no pitched ceiling height, like no vaulted ceilings, but they're just a higher flat ceiling. You'll also notice all the doors and entryways throughout here are gonna be the 8-foot doors, which is typically more of like an upgraded feature in a lot of homes that we see. So that's something that's gonna be standard here. Basic kitchen, you know, this is gonna have the white shaker style cabinets. This one has, the way this one is spec'd out, has the white quartz countertops, nice white backsplash here. And you'll kind of notice as we go through, like some of the outlets through the house are the USB style outlets. This particular kitchen configuration has the sink and the dishwasher here in the island. Another feature, or I don't want to say feature, but another incentive that I'm going to point out is, you know, a lot of times when we're buying new construction, the refrigerator is often not included and is sometimes a point of negotiation. There's a current incentive that Landsea is running now through the end of the year where they are going to include the refrigerators and a washer and dryer with the home, basically for homes that close between now and the end of the year. It's going to be a matching Samsung stainless steel, you know, that kind of matches the rest of the kitchen appliances here. So we'll go through this wing of the house first, and we'll kind of come back to this main living area, and then of course go see the master suite there in the back, and then I'll give you some more information as well on how to lower your mortgage payment, right? I know I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, and how is it relevant to this? Well, it definitely is, so I'll give you some more context on that here in just a minute. And of course, if you guys have questions, if you're thinking about buying a home here, definitely reach out. My team and I would love the opportunity to help you. You could call, text, or email. I've got our contact information down in the description of this video. So this is gonna be the front wing of the house here. Let me pull up the floor plan so I can reference it as we go through. If you guys have it, maybe you can help me out here. So we're gonna start off in this front bedroom. If you've got the floor plan, this is gonna be what they're calling bedroom 2. And this is a very, I would say, basic, standard, minimal sized bedroom. This is gonna be 10.2 by 10, so it's pretty much your standard 10 by 10 bedroom. It's gonna be finished with carpet. These homes that Landsea is building do come with lights in the rooms. A lot of times, if you're looking at new construction, the homes aren't gonna come with lights in the bedrooms. They're just gonna have a cap there for a pre-wire, but there won't actually be a fixture in there. So these do come with the can LED style lights. You can remove that and put a ceiling fan up if you want a fan. Another thing I'll point out are the blinds. These are basically the faux look, the faux wood look blinds. That's also something that is included here in Gardens at Waterstone by Landsea. And then this will be a standard closet, double bypass doors, but same door height throughout the entire home. So closets, bedroom doors, entryways, they're all gonna have that higher height. And I know it's not practical, like I'm 6'1", I'm not gonna hit my head on a regular door. It just makes a home feel a little bit bigger. This will be the second bathroom here. It's gonna have the basic tub shower combo, single vanity. Everything's gonna be finished with the same cabinetry and countertops as you see in the kitchen. And the way that Landsea works, if you guys are gonna be looking at buying new construction, Landsea is going to pre-spec out all of their homes. So basically what that means is you don't necessarily have the option to come in and pick out all your colors and all your selections. It's kind of what you see is what you get. The cons to that are you don't get to make those choices. The pros are it's typically gonna have a much more consistent price because there's not as big of a variable in change in materials and accessibility of materials. And plus, Landsea's not really releasing homes in inventory until they're at a certain phase. So it's much easier for them to kind of control your closing date. So if you're on a specific timeline, you're gonna have a much more accurate idea of when you would actually close because they're already gonna have a lot of the materials. And of course, bedroom 3, as you see it on the floor plan, is gonna be identical to bedroom 2 that we were just in. It's gonna come in at 10.2 by 10. Another feature that I'm gonna point out that Landsea does, especially in their single story homes, is they do for your air conditioning return vents in all the rooms, those are actually a jump duct system. So instead of having a cut above the door, which is kind of a grate, they do a jump duct. I wish more builders would do it. I wish all of them did it, but unfortunately they don't. But that's just better for, in my opinion, it just looks better, but it's also better for noise quality. You're not gonna necessarily have the same type of noise travel in and out of all the bedrooms. So the living space in the Azalea is basically gonna be just a giant open concept layout. We've got your kitchen here, which we just went through. Then you've got your dining room and your family room combo. Now they do have these divided on the floor plan as far as dimensions go, so that's kind of how we're gonna explain it here. So the dining room is gonna come in at 1510 by 13.2, and then the great room is gonna come in at 1510 by 12.4. So basically, 1510 is gonna be the width of these rooms. If you wanna combine the total length here, you're gonna be right around 15.6 from your, I would say your kitchen, island, hallway area to the back of the room. So you've got a lot of space in here, very efficient use of space. Again, this is one of their smallest floor plans. Actually, it is the smallest floor plan that Landsea offers here in Gardens, but of course it's very price conscious as well. Another thing I'm gonna point out that we kind of missed when we were in the kitchen is you do have the hanging fixture here in the dining room, but if you notice in the kitchen, they've got 5 can lights in the kitchen, which in my opinion is more than normal. There's also 3 pre-wires there for pendant lights. And then you'll notice over here, there's this little bubble looking thing on the ceiling. That's gonna basically be the network hub for the entire house. That's something else that's part of the high performance home package. Over here, this is just a basic closet. I'll show that to you since we're here, in case you were wondering. So you've got your pantry in the kitchen, coat closet or vacuum closet here in the dining room. Nice little sliders here, covered lanai under the roof. We'll go out there in a minute. I'll give you a peek at what the lot on this one looks like. And then master suite in the back. Landsea is finishing all their homes with ceramic tile throughout all of the home with the exception of the bedrooms. The bedrooms are coming with carpet. And again, everything's pre-spec'd out, it's pre-selected. They actually have a design company they work with who helps them pick all of these selections. So the color on the wall to the color on the carpet, the tile, the cabinetry, the countertops, they all match, they all flow together. And they're picking those based off of what some of the most popular finishes are. So your master bedroom here in the back of the home is gonna come in at 12.6 by 15. It's got a nice window in the back and then two good windows here that at least are separated. They're narrow windows, so you have plenty of room to put your bed in the middle without really messing up or blocking a window. You've also got 4 can lights in the bedroom and a pre-wire fixture. So if you want to put in a ceiling fan, here's your walk-in closet. Really nice size walk-in closet. Also has the can light in there as well. And then your bathroom, dual sink vanity, nice walk-in shower, hex tile on the floor, tile all the way up to the ceiling. All right, one more feature in that high performance home package are gonna be the dimmer switches. Now these also connect to the Leviton app as well, so you can control these from your phone. So you got the Bluetooth or the Wi-Fi enabled dimmer switches, garage door opener, Remy Halo system, and a whole lot more. Those are some of the biggest features I'm gonna point out. We're gonna go outside right now. I'm gonna show you the lanai area, the trussed-in lanai, so you can get an idea too of what the waterfront lots here in Gardens at Waterstone look like. The trussed-in lanai area on this Azalea model is gonna come in right under 10 by 10. And these are the waterfront lots here in Gardens. So this gives you an idea if you're getting a waterfront lot. Yes, these are man-made ponds. The nice thing is they're deep enough where you're not right on top of your other neighbor. You know, your property is going to kind of go right back here to the grass line. You can put up a fence here, typically on waterfront lots. Kind of similar to you'll see over here, you can do privacy fencing on the side. It's going to be that tan PVC fencing, and then usually on the back, you still have to do the black aluminum fencing. So you can fence in a yard here. Now, what about cost of living here in Gardens at Waterstone? Well, let's start off and talk about property taxes. A lot of people want to know if you're buying a new home, how much are your property taxes going to be? Well, unfortunately, because this was a vacant lot last year, it didn't have an existing property tax. The best way to estimate that is going to be take your purchase price and multiply it by 1.5%. That'll give you a pretty good idea of what estimated taxes are going to be. And of course, that does not include any homestead portability or exemptions that you may already have. Now, as far as insurance goes, a home like this in Azalea, it's going to be a $350 range price home, smaller square footage. You could probably get this insured anywhere between $800 to $1,200 per year. The HOA in Gardens at Waterstone is extremely affordable. Comes in at $275 per quarter. So if you want to break that down to an annual cost, that's right at $1,100 per year. Now there's no CDD here in Gardens. You're going to get a gated front entryway, community pool, cluster mailboxes, there's pickleball courts, and there's even going to be some community rec areas as well. So as far as the spec homes that Landsea is building here in Gardens at Waterstone, you could expect to pay anywhere between $350,000 to about $450,000, depending on the model of home and the level of upgrades that home has. Again, they are including a refrigerator and washer and dryer now through the end of the year. A deposit with Landsea Homes typically ranges between 3 to 5% of the purchase price. Now, you may be wondering if you're like a VA buyer and you're not putting any money down, if you do put down a deposit, you're gonna basically get a check back at closing for whatever the difference is. Now, as far as lowering your monthly mortgage payment or getting a lower monthly mortgage payment, which is a big thing right now, Landsea is offering a $35,000 closing cost credit, which is obviously way more than your actual closing costs are gonna be. So essentially the reason they're doing that is so you can take that excess and apply it towards buying down to a lower interest rate. So with the lower interest rate and coming in right around $350,000, the Azalea is an extremely popular floor plan here in Gardens at Waterstone. So if you're looking for a slightly larger home, but you still want to stay under that $400,000 price point, Landsea has another floor plan called the Juniper here in Gardens at Waterstone that we're going to go look at right now. If you guys want to join us for that, you could do that right here. I'll see you there.